Hi guys, I got another book review for you. I'm sorry, I'm a little tired. You can tell. Because it's like almost 2 in the morning here. So yeah, but I wanted to get these done because there have been a couple reviews and videos I've needed to do that I put off. So I've decided just to get them all done because I started my night by doing a review of the new Doctor Who episode, The Angel Taking Manhattan. So I just wanted to get the rest of the ones I needed done while I'm doing this. But yeah, anyone who saw my review of Anne and the French Kiss knows how much I loved the book and thought it was so good. And when I found out that Stephanie Perkins had put out another book, I went straight to Amazon and bought it. And I finished it this week. I'm trying not to push the buttons, and that is Lola and the Boy Next Door, and I'm getting a cockeyed, yeah. And it has 34 chapters. And once again, I'm confused by who published the Dutton Books Penguin Group. I'm going to go with that. The copyright is 2011. But yeah. Hold on, I'm trying to get back to the title page. Okay. So yeah. Basically what Lola and the Boy Next Door is about is, Lola, is, I believe, 17 years old, and she wants to be a fashion clothes designer for movies and stuff like that. She's really into fashion. She wears a different wig and all these crazy outfits every day. And she lives with her two dads, and because her dad Nathan's sister Nora got in trouble with drugs and stuff and had Lola at a very young age, and her real name's Dolores. And uh, Nora gave Lola to Nathan, and Nathan and I'm pretty sure they're married, so I'm just going to say husband. And Nathan and his husband Andy adopted Lola, and so she lives with her two dads. And basically, Lola has a boyfriend named Max who is 22, and Nathan and Andy do not really like this. So they have pretty strict rules, and, everything basically is going good in Lola's life until she sees that someone new is moving into the house next door, and she's hoping with all her might that it's not the Bell family that used to live there quite some time ago. But her hopes are quickly dashed when she sees Calliope Bell, and then later sees her twin brother Cricket Bell, because Lola and Cricket had a falling out before he moved out, and so she hates Cricket. And basically that's kind of the story. Is how, Lola has to deal with her being in a relationship with Max, and Cricket moving back into the house next door, and all these feelings coming back with having to see him again. All these feelings she thought she didn't have anymore. The plot's really good. I really like the plot. It's kind of similar to Anne and the French Kiss. Actually, the way after I finished the book, the more I thought about it, because anyone who's read Anne and the French Kiss knows that the main problem for Anna and St. Clair, that St. Clair's a girlfriend named Ellie. And I felt like in this book, Lola was like St. Clair, where he had, she had a boyfriend, and Cricket was Anna in this book. That's the best way I can describe it. For if you have not read Anne and the French Kiss, and that explanation did not help. If you have, then you understand what I'm talking about. Characters. Lola. I love Lola. She's so funky and so very interesting, and there wasn't a dull moment with her. And I was always fascinated to read what she was wearing that day, even though some of the words and terminology, because I'm not very big on fashion, which was actually one of my problems with Anne and the French Kiss. I've never been to Paris, so I don't know a lot, and I don't know French, so that, Lola talking about, her fashion clothes, that was the only big problem for me, like reading the French landscapes and reading the French language was my problem in Anna. But like I said, Lola's great. Her dads are awesome. I adored Andy. Nathan was more the strict disciplinary parental figure, while Andy seemed like the more fun one. And also, I have to praise Stephanie Perkins because she did a great job of writing about two a gay couple with a child, because she could have done this completely cliche and all that stuff, but I didn't feel like I was reading when it came to the family stuff, I didn't feel like I was reading about a gay couple with a child. I just felt like I was reading about a family, just a normal family. So I think she did a great job like that. Cricket Bell, oh my god, I love Cricket. He is so adorably awkward and cute, and I almost all the time I read Cricket, I had a smile on my face, kind of like what I did with St. Clair in the past in Anna. And you're probably going to be hearing a lot of Anna and the French Kiss references, so I would suggest that if you've not read that book, you should read it. His sister Calliope, I wasn't a huge fan of her, but I kind of understood some of the reasoning behind things she did, even though I didn't agree with them. So yeah, and then there was Lola's best friend, Lindsay. I believe her name was Lindsay. I loved her, and her fascination wanting to be a detective was really great and really fun too. And I also loved, during the Halloween portion of the book, I loved that for Halloween they always dressed as each other. So Lola dressed like Lindsay and Lindsay dressed like Lola. So I thought that was really cute and awesome. And then Max, Lola's boyfriend. At first, I liked Max. He seemed like a nice guy, had his issues with, Nathan and Andy, but that's understandable because, he is 22, dating a 17-year-old, and has his issues with Lola since Lola at first lied to him about her age. So I understood a lot of that, but I will admit, as the book continued, I just did not like Max. I was kind of sad about that too, because I thought I did actually quite like him, but that, like I said, as the book continued, his character just started becoming a douche that I didn't like. So yeah. Nora was in the book. They had Nora, Lola's birth mother and Nathan's sister. I understood why Nora was there. I wish there was a little bit more actually of Nora. I wish I knew a little bit more about, why she is the way she is. A little more explanation. That would have been nice. But for what Nora was there for, I did appreciate it and I did like it. The one thing that I freaked out when it happened, and actually I'm going to find it real quick, but the part that I got so giddy about because I did not know that this was in it, hold on, was that Anna and St. Clair were in Lola and the French Kiss, which got me so excited because, like I said, I did not know they were going to be in it. But then it made sense to me because they both said they were going to go to Berkeley, and that's where Cricket goes to school, and so that made me excited. Hold on, I'm trying to find the part where they come in because it just made me so excited. Yeah, Lola, because Anna's working at the movie theater that Lola's working at, which makes sense because Anna wants, and this part is where I just freaked out because at first I didn't put it together that it was Anna from Anna and the French Kiss. Just Lola was talking about how she loved her coworker Anna, and I was like, wait, Anna? But this is the part where like, oh my god, Anna and St. Clair are in Lola and the French Kiss. Where, here I'll show you in my little clippings part. And it says, where in the bloody hell did that come from? Asked the only other person behind the counter, or more precisely, on top of the counter, where her ridiculously attractive, English accented boyfriend is perched. He's the other thing I like about Anna. Wherever she goes, he follows. He nods toward the baby white. What else are you carrying in the pockets? Dust rags? Furniture polish? Watch it, she said, or I'll scrub your arms and knee. I still can't say St. Clair's real name. He grins, as long as you do it in private. So I freaked out when I read that Anna and St. Clair were going to be in this, so that got me really excited because I didn't know. So that was like a really pleasant surprise. As for writing, Stephanie Perkins' writing just as good as it was in Anna and the French Kiss. And if you watch my Land Stories review, you know that I really love descriptive writers because I love getting a vivid picture in my head, and she's really good at that too, I feel. And just the emotional ride you go with her characters is really great, and I really love that too. So yeah, I'd give this 4.5 out of 5. I would. Um, it was really good, and I really enjoyed it. I will admit that, personally for me, I think I prefer Anna and the French Kiss a little more than Lola and the Boy Next Door, but I kind of prefer Lola over Anna, mainly because, in my opinion, Lola seems with a little more of an interesting character read from than Anna's perspective, whereas Anna I could relate to more so than Lola. Lola just seemed a little more fascinating to me. It made it a lot more enjoyable to read. Not saying that Anna's perspective is bad or that she's boring, but like Anna I could relate to on some level. Lola I was like, oh my god, wow. Personality wise, it was like, wow. And no, I'm not even gonna try to compete. I can't talk. Choose between Sinclair and Cricket because they're both wonderful. Actually, I think I posted somewhere that um, if I could create the perfect boy from books, it would need to be a combination of Sinclair from Anne and the French Kiss, Cricket from Lola and the Boy Next Door, and Augustus Waters from Fault in Our Stars, and mesh those three together, and I would have my perfect boy. Basically, because they're, yeah. So that's my review. If you've not read Lola and the Boy Next Door, or even Anne and the French Kiss, I strongly recommend you do. They're great. Yes, they are romancy, teenage angst, but they're really good. And I can't wait for the next one, which I believe is called Isla in the Happily Ever After, or in Happily Ever After, something like that. I can't wait for that because I've heard it's supposed to be a kind of companion with Anne and the French Kiss, because if I remember correctly, there was a character in the Isla that liked Josh. And so, from what I've heard online, I think it's supposed to be about Isla and Josh. And I also heard that, if I remember correctly, I think Anna, Sinclair, Lola, and Cricket are supposed to be in it. There's kind of hints in Lola and the Boy Next Door that they might be. So I'm excited for Stephanie Perkins' next book. I will definitely get it when it comes out. I'm definitely a fan. So, yep. So like, comment, favorite, subscribe. Until next time. Bye, guys.